Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Josh, the movie Apprentice, and as I've said in a previous video, it is the BAFTAs on Sunday. So, of course, I'm going to have to do the classic predictions of who I think will win the award. Now, I'm going to be doing this in alphabetical order because the website that the BAFTA nominations are on is listed that way. So I'd rather confuse myself. I'd rather just go alphabetically. So I'll be timestamping them in the timeline below if you want to know specific nominations. But without further ado, let's jump into this because there are a lot to get through. I'll just say up front, though, I will not be predicting documentary or any of the short film categories purely because I've not seen everything in those categories. So it will be poor of me to try and predict who will win those particular awards. Starting off, we have the Adapted Screenplay Award. So we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. So in terms of script writing, I honestly will feel that Conclave is probably going to walk away with this one because this is a film that I highly praised for its script of how it told a very compelling narrative of a conclave. I thought the script in that was really strong. I would like Sing Sing to walk away with it because that is very dialogue driven as well and is very tight script wise. In terms of what I feel like the awards people are going to go for, I feel like Conclave will take the cake with the Adapted Screenplay Award. So now we're going to animated feature, and it's only got 4 nominees. And once again, Look Back is completely looked over for any awards, which is very frustrating. But alas, we press on. But also, if you've not seen Look Back, go and watch Look Back. It is absolutely incredible. But in terms of the 4 we have nominated, we have Flow, Inside Out 2, The Wild Robot, and Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. Now, I'll admit I have not seen Flow. It's one that was at the London Film Festival. Completely missed that one, and I can't seem to find any general release of it. So this is a minor caveat. But in terms of the race, honestly, it's a two-legged one between Wild Robot and Inside Out 2. I feel like purely based on the visuals and the narrative, I feel like Wild Robot will walk away with it. Whilst I do think Inside Out is the better movie of the two, I feel like Wild Robot is the one that a lot of people are rooting for as the non-Disney property, and DreamWorks are just absolutely fantastic going forward. So I'm going to say Wild Robot is my prediction for number 2. Okay, now we're going straight into the big one because alphabetical order means that best film comes up next. So we have A Complete Unknown, Anora, Conclave, Amelia Perez, and The Brutalist. Let's be real, it is a two-legged race between The Brutalist and Anora. The Brutalist has been getting all the high praises, but the Critics' Choice recently gave it to Anora. That has become the absolute, it's been the awards darling this season. It has been getting a lot of love and praise, has come up as an underdog. I thought Conclave might have come up as the underdog, but it seems that Anora has been the underdog in it. In terms of the BAFTAs, I feel like purely because One of the Stars is in the Rising Star Award, I will say Anora will probably get it purely just because of the Rising Star Award connectivity to that. I wouldn't be surprised if Brutalist wins it either. I would be rooting for a Conclave underdog victory, but I feel like Anora might just shock people after the Critics' Choice Award win. So that's what I'm going for the BAFTA, which means we go into casting, which is very much a BAFTA exclusive one almost. I don't think the Oscars has this one. It's basically about the casting of the movie. So we look at A Complete Unknown, Anora, Conclave, Kneecap, The Apprentice. So Kneecap I feel like is out because it's literally just the members of Kneecap that, whilst they're very good, they're playing themselves, so it makes it a little bit easier. A Complete Unknown, Timothy Chalamet is like a cheat code. But in terms of overall cast, this is a tough one. I'm probably gonna have to say Conclave will win this purely because like the cast in that is just absolutely stacked. Like obviously you have Ray Fiennes and Stanley Tucci as like your lead couple in there, but there are many other powerhouses in this film that all deliver a masterful performance. Like it very much relies on the collaboration. Whilst I led towards Anora because Yuri Borislov has been an absolute gem of a find, like his performance in Anora is great, and The Apprentice is solid enough. I do feel like in terms of overall casting, I feel like Conclave just takes the biscuit on this one. So yeah, Conclave is my prediction for casting. Children's and family film, which is an interesting one. So we have Flow, Kensuke's Kingdom, The Wild Robot, and Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. Honestly, I'm just going with vibes on this one. I'm going to say Flow will probably win this one because it's literally a silent film following an adorable cat in a glorious image scape. That is going to be a nice distraction for children. It doesn't have the same themes that you would find in The Wild Robot. And whilst Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul is definitely an easy watch for all the family, I feel like there was a lot more content in there for adults, whereas Flow, from what I hear, it's just like this visually gorgeous piece, and it would be a shame to see Flow walk away with no awards, especially as there are two separate awards for this animated kind of category. And now we drop down to my favorite, which is cinematography. I am an absolute fiend when it comes to cinematography. I love gorgeous cinematography, and there are some heavy hitters on here. Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, and The Brutalist. Oh, this is very much going to be a do I go with my head or do I go with my heart here? Obviously, with predictions, I've got to go with my head, and my head tells me that it will probably go to Conclave because the way it uses its setting is just very creative. But as you saw in my review, Nosferatu is a piece of art. Every frame is like a painting watching that movie. So I would love Nosferatu to take the cinematography award. But for me, I do feel like Conclave is going to win out on this particular one. And now, costume design. We have Complete Unknown, Blitz, Conclave, Nosferatu, and Wicked. I feel like this is very much a two-horse race between Wicked and Nosferatu. Um, in terms of costumes, I'm going into Nosferatu because I feel like the setting lent to more creativity when it comes to the costume designs, especially this old English setting. Though Wicked is outstanding as well, but I feel like that's got more of a shout in production design and makeup and hairstyling. I feel like that's where Wicked's gonna find its form. So I'm gonna go with Nosferatu for best costumes. And now we go into director. So we have Sean Baker for Anora, Edward Berger, Conclave, Denis Villeneuve, Dune Part 2, Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez, Bradley Corbet for The Brutalist, and Coralie Fargette for The Substance. And I think Coralie's got this. It's a weird that The Substance has not been nominated for the best film. To be honest, I felt that is probably going to shoot my prediction in the foot. 'Cause usually the director wins the film. But I felt this is going to be a split year because it's a very unpredictable year. And Coralie Fargette has just done a fantastic job with The Substance. She directed the absolute hell out of that movie. So whilst I should probably go with a Sean Baker or a Bradley Corbett, I just I'm just feeling a Coralie Fargette win. So that's where I'm gonna go with the Best Director award. Editing, and we have Anora, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, and Kneecap. Oh, you know what? There are some interesting ones in here. That there really are. I would go with Emilia Perez because the way that film is edited, despite all this stuff outside the film that has been muddying its awards push. In terms of the editing, I thought the editing is very enthusiastic. My big praise for Amelia Paris was that it was very bold and brash and in your face. So I feel like the editing really helped with that. Though, because it's the BAFTAs and because it's celebrating a lot of British cinema, I would not be surprised if Kneecap somehow sneaks it because there are some very creative edited sequences in that movie. So I'm just throwing things at the wall here, but I'm going to go with Kneecap for editing. And now we have the EE Rising Star Award, the publicly voted award. And if you saw my video, just give a brief introduction to the 5 nominees here. I gave my 2 cents in it. And in terms of public opinion, I'll be honest, originally I was going to go for Mikey Madison because they're just like the massive internet darling of this one. But I think public, I think what did a lot of people see and what did people take away of it. And I just don't think I count out David Johnson for Alien Romulus. You know, bigger film, bigger sci-fi film, and he stole the show in that movie from the lead. I just feel like he's going to be getting the award with this one. He has got a lot of stuff coming up as well. So I just feel like he is the one going to be given the thumbs up on this occasion. Now we go to film not in the English language. Not foreign film, it's just not in the English language. So we have All We Imagine As Light, Emilia Perez, I Am Still Here, Kneecap, The Seed of the Sacred Fig. I've not seen All We Imagine As Light. So for me, I have to pick out the four that I have seen because I'm going with my gut here. I'm kind of just going for what my own vibes are saying versus what's been winning so far in other awards. For me, I'm going to throw out the wall. I know Amelia Perez is probably going to win it, but I think I'm Still Here is superior film out of the ones I've watched on this list. See, the Sake of Fig could have been that, but it trails off after the first hour for me. And Amelia Perez is good, but I won't say it's a great movie. But I'm Still Here is an absolutely phenomenal piece of cinema. So I feel like that's where the award should go, and that's where my prediction is going to go. Now we get to leading actor. We have Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Ray Fiennes Conclave, Hugh Grant Heretic, big up to horror movies right there. Coleman Domingo Sing Sing, Sebastian Stan The Apprentice, and Adrian Brody The Brutalist. And Jesus Christ, this is a stacked lineup. Absolutely stacked. This is a difficult one for me to call. I would love a Hugh Grant win. I would love a Coleman Domingo win. But I think Ray Fiennes' performance in Conclave is just a next level performance. Like, his performance captivated me. I came out of that one saying he was a front runner for the award. And yep, that's what I'm going to go with. Like, Agent Brody will probably get it if I had to go based on how things have been going this award season. And he is fantastic in The Brutalist, don't get me wrong. But I felt like this is Ray Fiennes' time to shine. Now, best actress, leading actress is always a tough one because it feels like no matter what year, like on the men's side of things, there always seems to be like one or two front runners. But when it comes to the women, there's always, you can make a case for every single person winning it. And here we have Mikey Madison, Honora, Carlos Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez, Maureen Jean Baptiste in Hard Truths, Saoirse Ronan The Outrun, Demi Moore The Substance, and Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. There are some solid performances in here, but this is Demi Moore's time to shine. Her performance in The Substance is outstanding. So as much as I love Saoirse Ronan in The Outrun and Mikey Madison and Nora and Cynthia Erivo's lead performance in Wicked, it just feels like this is Demi Moore's to lose. You could make an argument for Carla Sofia Gascon, but all the stuff outside has kind of shot their nomination in the foot a little bit. I don't know when the voting closed for the BAFTAs. But yeah, going on this list, I'm going straight for Demi Moore for The Substance. Credible performance, credible movie, would be a worthy winner. Now we get to the makeup and hair. June Part 2, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. And oh god, makeup and hair, man. I was going to go Wicked with this, but there's just something about the third act of The Substance wins this heads and shoulders above the rest. Like, that third act, all the makeup effects in this were just absolutely phenomenal. I should probably go for more special effects sort of things, but the makeup of the aging and the decaying skin, I just feel like The Substance had, like, there is a strong case for the makeup and hair categories here. Like Nosferatu as well, like the Count look is incredible, but that's just one character. The Substance has to do it over multiple characters. And whilst Elphaba is a great design, a great look, I felt The Substance just has more going for it. So we're going to go with The Substance for makeup and hair. Now, original score. This is the music behind the film. We got Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Brutalist, The Wild Robot. All are phenomenal scores. All are very memorable. The Brutalist is great. The Wild Robot is great. Nosferatu's got a chilling score. Conclave's got a powerful score. But Amelia Perez is going to win some awards. It's not going to win as many as it did at the Golden Globes, but I feel like it's going to win some here. And I've not been predicting many for Amelia Perez so far. So just based on that narrow window, gonna go Amelia Perez for original score, but quite frankly, it's anyone's game when it comes to score. I'd probably say The Brutalist and Nosferatu had the edge slightly, but I feel like Amelia Perez will get a win here. Now we get to original screenplay. We have A Real Pain, Anora, Kneecap, The Brutalist, and The Substance. This is a Brutalist win for me. It's a 3.5 hour movie, complete with intermission, like the good old days of cinema, and it managed to keep me engaged from start to finish, and maybe wanting more by the end. Like that is a sign of a strong script there that you tell a film that long. That is a lot of just talking and dialogue and relying heavily on the performances. Yeah, I still wanted more. That's just a sign of a strong script for me. So I'm going to say The Brutalist wins out on this one. Though a strong argument can be made for Anora and The Substance. And now we get into the British bias as we get to the best British film. We have Bird, Blitz, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Hard Truths, Kneecap, Lee, Love's Lies Bleeding, The Outrun, Worse and Great Vengeance Most Foul. Not gonna lie, there's a fair amount of mid films on this list, I will be completely honest. Like, there is some weak films in here. Out of all these, Conclave heads and shows like Conclave is the one that's nominated for best film out of this list of 10. So I feel like Conclave walks away with this one quite easily. So we go down to outside debut by a British writer, director, or producer. First timers here. We have Horde, Kneecap, Monkey Man, Santosh, Sister Midnight. This is one that's tough for me to predict because I've only seen 3 of the 5 on here. So, like, the reason I've not done short or documentaries is because I've seen maybe 1 in all of those. If I've seen more than 1, I can make a rough estimation. For me, it's between Kneecap and Monkey Man for me. It's between these 2. But I feel like Dev Patel needs his time in the sun. I feel like Monkey Man is a film that's been forgotten about since it came out. Monkey Man, for me, I feel like is a fantastic piece of cinema. It just came out at the wrong time when it came to awards. So we're going to go Monkey Man for this one. Moving down, production design. So this is the production design. We got Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, The Brutalist, and Wicked. Gonna go with Wicked on this one. I felt the way they built Oz, the way they built the Academy, the way they built the world, the sets, it all looked absolutely gorgeous. Like, they're creating these sets to be visually appealing as well as having enough space for all the choreography feature within. Feel like Wicked has not been getting enough love in my predictions so far. So I'll say Wicked for this one, though a strong case can be made for Dune Part 2 as well, because that film is absolutely fantastic. It's weird that Dune 2 has lost so much steam since its release, but I guess that's the bed you lay when you come out in the middle of the year. You want to be coming out at the end of the year to go for awards, and Dune Part 2, unfortunately, came out at a weird time of the year, so a lot of films have come and have been fresh with a memory for awards bodies. Now we go to sound, the sensory overload that comes with films. We got Blitz, Dune Part 2, Gladiator 2, The Substance, and Wicked. I wouldn't be surprised if Wicked did win it because musicals tend to have a bit of an advantage when it comes to sound, but sound's encompassing everything from the editing, the levels, the way it's cut together, the different individual sound bites. And I feel like Dune Part 2 is the one to win this for me. The way it has to build this world thousands of light years away, thousands of years in the future. And just, it's so damn powerful. I'm kind of kicking myself that I've gone against Dune Part 2 for score, but I've predicted that one already. We can't go back. We can't change it. It's locked in when I've said it. So we're on Dune Part 2 for the Sound Award on this one. Better Man, Dune Part 2, Gladiator 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Wicked. I mean, it's the Battle of the Apes right here. We have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is just continuing the show, the absolute outstanding work by Weta when it comes to their work. But I feel like Better Man needs to win because lately on my X feed, there's been a lot of people suddenly surprised that Better Man is actually good. Like, Better Man absolutely slaps. Whilst it is, yeah, it's focused exclusively on this Monkey Man. It's just so good, the effects in this one. Like, you stop question after a couple of minutes in the film. That says a lot. All these real people in years of this one individual just performed as a performing monkey. I'm going to give the edge to Better Man. because I just feel like that film needs a bit of love. Better Man needs its time in the sun because people slept on it. People are starting to wake up on it. And this is going to be that kick that makes people watch it. And finally, we're down to the last two awards, the supporting actor and supporting actress. So we've got supporting actor, we've got Edward Norton, a complete unknown, Kieran Culkin, a real pain, Yura Borisov, Anora, Clarence Macklin, Sing Sing, Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice, and Guy Pearce, The Brutalist. I mean, I feel like Jeremy Strong, now even Jeremy Strong's, this whole list is fantastic. Like this is, any one of these would win any other year. But I'm gonna have to go with who I feel like carried the movie. For me, it's between Clarence Macklin and Kieran Culkin. Kieran Culkin carries a real pain that I feel like is a very mid movie without him. And Clarence Macklin, he's just phenomenal in Sing Sing. Absolutely phenomenal. And Sing Sing is one that's just barely gotten any love this award season. So yeah, I'm gonna go with my heart here. I'm gonna go Clarence Macklin for this one. Because purely because Sing Sing needs some awards love, and this is where you give it to him for me. And finally, we have the Supporting Actress Award. We have Isabel Rossellini Conclave, Selena Gomez, Amelia Perez, Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez, Felicity Jones, The Brutalist, Jamie Lee Curtis, The Last Showgirl, and Ariana Grande for Wicked. I mean, I love Ariana in Wicked, but for me, this is Zoe Saldana win. It's long overdue to see Zoe Saldana win. I don't think she's like got the big wins in her career. She's mostly been in blockbusters from my recollection. Like I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments, which I'm sure you will. But yeah, this is Zoe Saldana's to lose. I feel like she's great in Amelia Perez. Like she has so much screen time. And I think her performance in that one song that seems to be the front runner for the best song at the Oscars, that's where it's going to go. So, yep, Zoe Saldana for me is going to be the winner of Best Supporting Actress. And I believe that wraps up all the awards, unless I've missed any. Just doing this all on the fly here, but yeah, I feel like that's the lot. So, those are my BAFTA predictions. It's more like me going for vibes as opposed to assessing who's won previous awards. Like I could have been looking at Critics' Choice and Golden Globes winners for every award and making comparisons from there. But quite frankly, I like to go for vibes sometimes. And for me, that's where I'm going to go. So the list of everyone I predicted to win is right here. And yeah, that award ceremony comes on Sunday over the next few days. Expect to see a ranking of the 10 Best Picture nominees at the Academy Awards this year, as well as a review of I'm Still Here, because quite frankly, I really need to talk about that movie. But until next time, everybody, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button for more video content like this coming all the time. And until next time, I am Josh, I have been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.